It was game, set and match RUUD. He defeats Matteo Berrettini in an unbelievable 3-set victory. So let's get into the reasons which took him to the title. My name's Henry Tui, welcome to Post-Match Breakdowns, and subscribe if you love tennis. Let's start off with the forehand and backhand battle. It was a very forehand dominated match. It was just a battle between who could get onto their forehand first and start dictating, and for the most part it was dead even. Both were trying to play it into each other's backhand as much as they could, as it's their weakest stroke, and break it down with their pace and depth on their forehands. And they're both very similar in terms of ground strokes. They both have unbelievably powerful forehands and comparatively weaker backhands, which are less consistent. Potentially Berrettini has a bit more variety in his backhand with his excellent slice, but really it was a tug of war between their forehands, and there wasn't an outright winner. But before you get into those rallies, you have to serve, and that was another huge key for this match as well. As I've mentioned in my other Gstaad coverage, Gstaad is a very high altitude court, and that means that the air is thinner and the ball travels through the air quicker and bounces higher off the court. And this gives the first serve especially a real boost in effectiveness. So making a high first serve percentage was going to be really important for both, because I don't think returning is either of their strengths. And this was especially important for RUUD, because his serve isn't as good as Berrettini's, so he really needed to land his damaging first serve. He definitely didn't want to give Berrettini a lot of looks at his second serve, because it would really give Berrettini a lot more time to return the ball to RUUD's backhand and get on the front foot in rallies and do a lot more damage from that position. Berrettini's first and second serves are a lot better than RUUD, so he definitely had a lot less to worry about, and worry came quickly for RUUD in the first set. RUUD was broken at 2-2, and this pattern of play happened. He barely made a first serve and eventually paid the price. And that was all Berrettini needed to take the first set. He wormed his way out of one tough hold immediately after breaking RUUD, but eventually cruised and took the first set 6-4. And what was remarkable about the first set, and the match as a whole, is that there was just nothing between the two players. It was just so closely decided, and just a few missed first serves and a few unforced errors, and that's all it took to decide the set. Now moving into the second set, at 6-6, 7 out of the 12 games had been hold to love. They were both playing so well on serve, especially Berrettini. He had lost just 2 points behind his serve, and RUUD had only lost about half a dozen or so. But they moved into the tiebreak, and anything can happen once you're in a tiebreak. And Berrettini finally lost some points on his first serve, and RUUD stayed rock solid and took it 7-4. But yeah, just to hammer the point home, the key takeaway was how even both players were. The margins were razor thin and just nothing separated the two of them. But RUUD had a fast start and conjured up 2 break points immediately. And even though Berrettini held, the pressure was just relentless, because RUUD had finally won the tug of war and his forehand was the decider. Berrettini's forehand completely went away. His consistency and damage just was not there. And I personally don't think it was his hand injury, which I alluded to in my last video. I think it was just all because of his confidence. He completely lost all of his confidence in the second set tiebreak. He was so close to victory and just kind of gave that tiebreak away, and in the third really gave the match away. Just so many errors. And but credit to RUUD, because it really felt like he smelt blood. He took his game to the next level, increasing his spin and acceleration, and from then on it was just RUUD, RUUD, RUUD. There was nothing Berrettini could do to stop him. He took the third set 6-2 and defends his title in Gstaad. He now leads their head-to-head 3-2 and looks incredible on the clay, as he always does. So congratulations to both, but especially to RUUD, of course. Great tournament, great season, and a great player. Subscribe for more. I've been Henry Tui, and I'll see you later.